Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully, you've had a nice long Memorial Day weekend, back into the swing of things here on Tuesday. So, over the weekend, local scrapper in my neighborhood stopped. I was working on equipment. He he had this on the trailer along with four leaf blowers. He says, "Do you buy blowers?" I said, "Not generally, but those look like they're in good condition. I'll consider them." So he said, "Would you be interested in this Craftsman?" I says, "Yeah, I'll look it over." So I did. This tire here is from another machine. What was on it was this thing, and it was blown out. So I saw the flat tire. The other tire on the other side is bald, and it doesn't go to this tractor. I don't know what this thing came off of, but the size here is wonky. So I kind of looked at the blade showing some sandblasting. What else did I see? The seat and this big wide rear tire is low on air. He said it runs, but it needs a new battery. So I just took the battery out of it, looked at the date code. J would stand for the 10th month, and 5 could be 2005 or 2015. Either way, this battery's way out of date. So I don't know when this thing ran or what he means by it runs, but we're going to find out, because I just threw a new battery in there to try to mess with this thing. So it's a hydro gear transmission. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know what year it is. We're going to have to figure out what year it is. So we go to, I told him 100 for the machine, and then 10 each for those, so 140. He said, "Yeah, that's fine." So we go to roll it down the ramp of his trailer, and it's not moving. I'm thinking, well, the emergency brake's on, and it's not rolling at all. I look at the rear end to see if it's disengaged, the hydro, and it wasn't. It was engaged. You got the little chart here. So I says, "Well, how did you load it?" He says, "Oh, it was really hard to load." So he was just pushing with all his might with the hydro engaged. So you see the little doodad. If you want to push it, it goes like this. If you want to engage, it goes to the inside. So now he knows. I think I trained the other scrapper, same thing. They were trying to manhandle these things. This is the 917.273.140. I'll have to look that up, see what it says. It's a 17 horsepower Kohler. So I kind of tilted the hood back, saw it was a Kohler, saw it was very dirty. Let's try to look for an engine date on this thing, and then try to start it. Fuel line was left on. It's got an oil filter. Okay, let's see what we can see. Family displacement. It's a 490cc. Product number. Emissions control. Blah, blah, blah. Kohler engines. Meets EPA. for 2004 California and '06 EPA for USA. So that doesn't help us out. Let's go to the other side. I saw some labeling over there. So what do we got? 2 Echos. I think they're all Echos, aren't they? Yeah, it looks like it. So Alex from Freedom Motors, if you look up his channel, he gets a lot nicer stuff than this junk. I probably shouldn't have paid $100 for it. I'm not really up on riders what the worth is. Okay, this is just showing most clean, most dirty engine for this model year. That's not showing me shit, so I can't tell you right now. I wish I could. Probably should have researched it a little bit better. Customer responsibility sticker. It says read, read, read. Battery is warranted for 90 days. That's not very long. Oh, it's got a, I didn't see this. Somebody's rigged up a hour meter here. Okay, I'm looking at the spark plug. Spark plug wire says 2014. 3rd month of 2014. So this possibly is a 2014 engine. That would make sense. And that 5 on the battery means it's the body is 2015. So this thing sat for a long time with that old battery. How many hours does it say? The LED's hard to read. There may be an issue with that. So I don't know. There's still a lot of mysteries here. Where do you want to sit to try to hear this thing? It's got fuel in the tank, which didn't seem to be too cloudy. It doesn't have that varnishy smell. Could use a new air fuel filter. A little grungy though. Let's just stop messing and try starting. Okay, what do we got to do? Oh, it's got a amp meter. That's clever. So I wonder if this thing was on the side of the road. There's some tape here, which might correspond with the free label. Tape to here maybe. Free, get it out of my way. Hopefully you're on track. Wow, I really wasn't expecting that. How could this thing have ran with an outdated battery? Were they jumping it every time with a jump box, I'm wondering, and just not relying on the battery? That could be a possible solution. Although I don't see a lot of claw marks here on the post at all. But I'm sure this thing here is stone cold dead. 10th month of something 15, 2015. Wow, started up right away. Kind of surprised me on this Kohler. Okay, we got something there. That's probably just air cleaner, something or other. Clean every 3 months. Let me try to figure out a date on this LT2000. So what do you guys think? Yeah, it just says change oil, blah, 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 blah. Engine maintenance info. Okay, let's try to read this. Trying to see if anything looks like a date code on this Kohler. No. Either 2004 or 6. I don't know. On the EPA gives two different dates. 04 for California emissions, 06 for the US off-road engines emissions. So $100. The other thing I noticed, I'll show you, when I went to jack up the front end, there's a discrepancy down here. Ironically, I bought 3 seat covers from Temu. When those came in, you just put these covers over a cracked seat and it makes it look a lot nicer. I'm going to put a cover on that. You can get them in yellow, orange, or black. So I'm pleasantly surprised. What do you guys think for 100? I was thinking afterwards maybe 100 was kind of overpriced. So we got this stabilizing bar for the deck. It's missing here, and they ran into a brick wall or something. This whole thing is torqued to the side. It should be like this, straight. So I would need another linkage. What it's actually doing is keeping the deck up. If you go to the other side, you'll see the deck's sagging like a wet noodle. See that? Much higher on the other side. It needs to go up something like that to even out the other side. So maybe I can jerry rig something with threaded rod. I don't know. Scrapper that delivers junked one of these a while ago. It's all in the timing, right? If I had picked this thing up first, I would have grabbed it off of the machine he scrapped. But anyway, maybe he'll get another one. So this came off a Murray Select. This is a 15 by 600-6. So the tire that was on here was a 15 by 6.56. So we had a heck of a time moving this thing. It just wanted to come off the rim. And you can see it's all blown out here. This thing is toasted to the max. So I gotta do my lookup of that product number and see what it calls for front end tires. Maybe spoon that one off and get the right size for it. And if the rim's the right size on this one, get rid of this ball tire. I don't know if this came off a wagon or something, but this has got a really weird size tire. 145/70 by 6. That's really a crazy size. O'Neill nylon. AT, is that all terrain? Maybe this came off of a four-wheeler ATV. So I didn't engage the blades. I don't know if they work. Got bad maintenance on this. Just looking at this blue tape or mark here. Was that somebody with a free sticker? I wonder if the scrapper got it for free, which doesn't really matter to me how he gets it. Let's see if this spindle's moving on this side. Yeah, that blade's moving. I thought that didn't look too bad. I could deal with the blown out tire. I thought $100. So it seemed to be so far so good. I'm going to adjust the idle. It seemed to have too much of a high idle down at low. I'm going to adjust that. Bring the RPMs down just a little bit more. So premium maintenance package, Kohler, Pro, Craftsman, overhead valve, hydraulic valve lifters, large oil, air, and fuel filters, cast iron, cylinder liner. Okay, that's about all I can show you guys. Like I said, I'm pleasantly surprised it started. I don't know how he knew it started or ran. You know, you get that a lot. Oh, it runs. It runs. Yeah, it ran like 15 years ago. It runs. Yeah, it did run when it left the factory. I see a sticker here. Craftsman. What are they trying to push? They're trying to push snow blowers and blades. Okay. 64-ounce oil. You got a mulching kit, snow blade, snow thrower, all those numbers. Tire chains, tire weights. You can get it all. Oil filter number, belts. It's a 42-inch blade. Blade number. Spark plug RC12YC. Fuel filter battery number, yada, yada, yada. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below, you guys. I'm going to call it a 2015 LT2000. Just by looking at the hood design, I would say it was in that generation. Performance series. It's probably a 2015. So Alex from Freedom Mowers, you think there's any potential with this LT2000? That's got to be transmission number or something. Could be date code. I just don't know how to read it. There's 3140510, 10th month of '05. Oh, we're on to something. This could be a '05. That could be the original battery. Be a 10-year difference, '05 to '15. It's got to be one or the other. Anywho, appreciate you guys coming out, checking out this $100 turd. He said one of these blowers would run, but it was running rough. So 2-cycle isn't my thing, but I figured, what the heck? I wonder if they were from a lawn crew. I've done a bunch of these 210s or 200s with the gray cases. I've messed with those before. So we got a sticker on this one. Mowers Inc. Lawn Equipment. Clark Road, Sarasota, Florida. They also have a location in Bradenton, Florida. So large mower dealer, repair shop. I assume they're an Echo dealer. Two different models here on the orange ones, it looks like. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. You guys have a good day. Thanks for coming out. I'm gonna celebrate this thing started. That takes half of the pain away when it starts. Now I can just concentrate on the other stuff. Degrease it, oil change, find the linkage for the front end to keep the deck up. A couple of new tires in the front. Maybe somebody will buy this hunk of junk when the grass starts growing. Tip you waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos. Have a good rest of the week. I'll try to throw a few more at you. We can discuss junk and junk on 4 wheels.